What just happened? This is absolutely mind-bending, and it shouldn't come as a surprise that RLUSD Ripple stablecoin would have success because of course they're already a big user of stablecoins in their cross-border payments. They use Tether, USDC, so of course they're going to transition over to using RLUSD, but I assume this would take some time to get it rolled out, to get liquidity built up. No, this sucker is skyrocketing and out of nowhere, and this could be absolutely huge. Look at these numbers reported by Paul Barron, and these are old. These ain't nothing. Breaking, Ripple's USD stablecoin has flipped both PayPal and Euro stable in 24-hour volume only 2 weeks after its launch. So at this point in time, RLUSD had $34 million in 24-hour volume, surpassing PayPal, surpassing Euro stable, and it took PayPal quite a while to get going. It took PayPal until they got over on Solana to start getting some traction. With all that great infrastructure they have, they really weren't getting a lot of daily volume. In comparison to the big heavy hitter stablecoins, these numbers are quite small, but RLUSD at this point was just getting rolling. Look at this announcement. Over $600 million in 24-hour volume. This is a flip the switch type of moment. This is huge. Now, what I don't have here is how much of that volume is from RLUSD on Ethereum versus XRP Ledger. If I had to guess, a big percentage of that right now is probably on Ethereum, but that'll start coming over to the XRP Ledger. Specifically, once we get AMMs to be able to accept this coin and we move more of that liquidity on chain, that's going to be a game changer both for RLUSD and for the XRP ledger, and in my mind, ultimately XRP's final valuation here. It's just going to add a whole lot of value to that network. This is just the beginning, but this is a historic, rise in trading volume. I've never seen anything like this. This is massive, and to me, this is just the start. It's going to get bigger from here. Now, I see a lot of people when someone maybe they didn't like a crypto in the past and now they start to see the light. We want to actually encourage that. That's part of mass adoption. The naysayers, the critics, they finally see it. And we see here BlackRock's IBIT has acquired over 548,000 Bitcoins in less than 1 year. Larry Fink was previously what he termed a proud skeptic of Bitcoin and blockchain. He says, I studied it, learned it, and I came away saying my opinion 5 years ago was wrong. We don't go after people like this. We say, hey, welcome to the club. Welcome to the revolution. Onwards and upwards. Same thing with Michael Saylor. He used to be anti-Bitcoin. This is what it's about. Mass adoption is bringing people on board with us, not just trying to push them away and saying, well, you're not an OG. You were anti-crypto. You were anti-this coin. Go away. No. Come on board. Enjoy the journey. We are just starting to rock and roll. Crypto Eddie putting one of the most anticipated integrations in 2025 is Axelar developing their MDS. And this is going to connect all of these chains, Bitcoin, Solana, SWI, XRP, this ledger agnostic L1 interoperability. And this is what's so exciting. I saw some of the influencers going after SWI the other day. Great video by Crypto Ari. Check it out. The very first integration of Axelar, who is Ripple's pick for their interoperability here between chains. It's XRP Ledger and SWI. This is going to be big. SWI is not some sort of pump and dump. It's really a weird way of looking at the world where they're like, well, VCs are behind SWI. VCs are behind Ripple. Big investors, big money. Traditional VCs founded Ripple, founded the, building of the XRP Ledger. I don't get it. This was an old Bitcoin argument where if you had professionals, real investors, real business people involved, it wasn't a real cryptocurrency. It's quite silly. XRP, SWI, they're going to be interoperable. The very first in a long line of blockchains that will be interoperable with the XRP ledger. This is going to be big. Also, Crypto Eddie had this. 2025 is the year Axelar will scale, starting with the XRP ledger and SWI, but moving very, very fast. And we're also looking at AI agents that will take actions on your behalf. I believe this is the future. and be the biggest user of interoperability technology. You can describe to the AI what you want to do. It'll figure out the path. It'll make it happen. Now, does this mean that you're going to give some AI agent, the keys to your life savings? Absolutely not. But when you're doing transactions, you're buying something, you're doing some kind of trade, you have some transactional amount of value. Yeah, AI agents are going to be doing all of that. Big post by Digital Asset Investor. He says the future won't be not your keys, not your crypto. For big money holders of XRP, it will be a regulated custodian that has your keys, but with the same obligations your financial advisor has. And he brings up the point. Some people buy stocks every day and never question where the stock certificates is. Look, ultimately for crypto to have value, you have to have self-custody. Without that, it's worthless. But where he is correct on this is self-custody is not appropriate for every single investor. If you're a hedge fund, if you're an endowment fund, or maybe you are just someone that's really wealthy, putting a lot of money into this space, and you don't want the responsibility of self-custody. There are significant dangers with that. That's why we have these different systems. If you want to hold your Bitcoin, you want to hold your XRP, you want to use these tools as they were designed to be used, you have that. If you want to make a simple investment, you could do that as well. And all of that liquidity, it all comes together and it's useful for people like Ripple trying to send payments, or if you're on a decentralized exchange trying to do some sort of transaction. All of that liquidity comes together. It's not less useful. It's just different tools for different jobs. And he's right. A lot of people are going to use regulated custodians for their investment. And I think that's perfectly fine. We can't get rid of, having your own keys and self-custody. And a lot of big investors will hold their own keys, but this is a big part of the integration of crypto within traditional finance. And I hear a lot of people that don't like it because maybe they're not going to use it, but it's going to grow this space in a big way. Dr. Profit saying the following: big panic yesterday because of the largest ETF outflow in history, 330 million. And so we saw that one day, 330 million outflowing. I think it was on the 2nd for BlackRock's ETF, Bitcoin ETF. I said, I think a lot of people were cashing in gains, the new tax year, trying to defer actually paying tax on some of those gains. Just my hypothesis, I don't know. But a day later, BlackRock added 250 million worth of Bitcoin inflows. And again, this isn't BlackRock doing this. This is investors doing it, but it just shows the staying power of this asset class, that this is just the very beginning, but it's the most successful launch in history. That Ethereum ETF is going to pick up steam. We're going to see XRP, Solana, a lot of these major altcoins, they're going to make their way over as well. This is just, ground zero of the growth of crypto and blockchain within traditional finance. It's going to be a wild 2025. Let me know what you think down below. As always, please like, please subscribe. The revolution will be televised right here on Jungle Link.